And so what we're doing in this unit is something called quadratic equation. And at first glance, it looks complicated because you're trying to solve something like this, like that. Okay, and that's kind of looks kind of hard. But once you're doing, um, if you doing this one step at a time and to get here, and they will turn out not really that difficult. Because in the end, it's really just trying to solve a linear equation. For example, we know how to solve linear equation. 3x plus 1 equal to 7, then minus 1 on both sides. Then 3x is 6, then we divide by 2. And x equals 3. So when we're doing algebra, basically, the basic thing is we either add, subtract, or multiply, or divide. And that's basically it. And we're going to move things around the equation and basically move the variable to the left and move numbers to the right. Then we eventually we got to here. Okay, x equals 2 something. Okay, and but to go there, we have to take some steps to get ready. One thing we are going to learn is something called difference of squares. So squares. So for example, 5 squared minus 3 squared. Now we can either do just square them, pretty straightforward. 25 minus 9 give us 16. And or we can do something like 121 square minus 100 O square 1 square. And that takes a bit longer. And in math, we're always trying to do something kind of easy, trying to find the easier way of doing it. There is an easier way. So instead of square them, we actually can write this as 5 plus 3 times 5 minus 3. So basically 5 at plus 3, then times 5 minus 3. And this will got 8, and this is 2. So we got 16. Show you another example. Um, say 14 squared minus, say 11 squared. And we basically just do 14 plus 11 and then 14 minus 11. So we got, this is 25 and 14 minus 1 is 3. So we got 75. Okay, so if you look at here, both bases of those two, our formula actually pretty easy, is a squared minus b squared, and we write that as a plus b, then times a minus b, and that sometimes make our life a lot easier by just take square, just then subtract. Okay, I'll let you try a couple of those. Let's see, 15 squared minus 13 squared, and see what you got. Very good, very good. Okay, and of course, let me just try a couple more. 27 squared minus 19 squared. Okay. Good job. Okay. Now, we can also work this instead of numbers. We can also with variables. For example, uh, x squared minus 3 squared. We can write it as x plus 3 and x minus 3. Or we could have, say, 4y squared minus 7 squared. We can write as 4y plus 7 times 4y minus 7. Yep, we good on this one? Okay, let's try couple. X squared minus 13 squared, and see what you got.
Sorry, my laptop's being laggy.
Okay. All right. So we got x plus 13, then x minus 13. Okay, let's do 2x squared minus 7 squared. Okay. Good job. Okay. Now with that, we'll get into something. Uh, it's a rule in algebra. It's called zero product property, which says that we actually pretty simple. Is if we got two numbers, it's A times B. Now, if they equal to 0, then we only have three possibilities. Either A is 0, or B is 0, or both are 0. Good? Because if A is 0, then it doesn't matter what B is. Anything times 0 is 0. And similarly, if B is 0, it doesn't matter what A is. And of course, if A and B are zeros, then 0 times 0 is 0. So from here, we have those possibilities. And that can help us to solve quadratic equations. Okay, we start with something simple, like x squared equal to 1. Well, we can rewrite this as x squared minus 1 squared equal to 0. Now, x squared minus 1 squared, we learned early on, is x plus 1, x minus 1 equal to 0. Then based on this zero product property, we either have x plus 1 equals 0, which means x is negative 1. So this is basically just a simple linear equation. Or x minus 1 equal to 0, and that will give us x equal to 1. So, and we can check. If x is 1, then 1 squared is 1. If x is negative 1, negative 1 squared is also 1. So therefore, we have these two solutions. And it's all because we have a square term here. So that we have 2 instead of 1. And let's see another example. Okay, let's look at another example is x squared equal to 4. Again, we can rewrite this as x squared minus 4 equal to 0. And that is x squared minus 2 squared equal to 0. And now we know that we can break this into x plus 2, x minus 2 equal to 0. Then according to the zero product property, and x plus 2 equal to 0, which give us x equal to negative 2. Or x minus 2 equal to 0, then that give us x equal to 2. So that means the solution for this equation can either x equal to 2 squared is 4, or negative 2, negative squared is also 4. Okay, any question on this one? Very good. And let's see another example. So x squared is equal to 5. How do we do that? Well, we know x squared can write as minus 5 equal to 0. And that's x squared minus square root of 5, 0. And of course, we know we can break down to this. And then according to the zero product property, is either x plus square root 5 equal to 0, which gave us x equal to negative square root 5, or x minus square root 5 equal to 0, then that gave us x equal to positive square root 5. Okay? Yeah. Grayson, we're good? Okay. Now we're going to looking at something which we call that a little bit general case. Is x squared equals to a number. Let's just call it p. And the number has to be greater than 0 because greater than or equal to 0 cannot be negative because any number squared has to be either 0 or positive. Okay, so we can rewrite this as x squared minus p equal to 0. And then basically we can do this. Square root p equal to 0. And so that's x plus square root p, x minus square root p equal to 0. So according to the zero product property, x plus that equal to 0, and that will give us x equal to negative square root that. And or x minus square root p equal to 0, then x is that. Now in mathematics, we have a shorthand. Instead of write this x equal to negative square root of p, or x equal to square root of p, we just write them as x equal to plus minus square root of p. Like early on, if we say x squared equals to 4, then x will be plus minus square root of 4, which is plus minus 2. Good? Okay. Have you tried couple? X squared equals to 16, and see what you got. Grayson, need some help?
I sent it.
I don't see it. Not in the chat.
I just sent it again. Do you see it?
No. Oh, what different? We're doing this.
Oh.
Well, that's not the case. Remember how we did earlier on, okay? I need you to pay attention here. This is x squared minus 16 equal to 0. Now, this is x squared minus 4 squared, right? 16 is 4 squared. So that basically breaks down to x plus 4 times x minus 4 equal to 0. So therefore, we got either x plus 4 equal to 0, which gave us x equal to negative 4, or x minus 4 equal to 0, which gave us x equal to 4. So our solution is x equal to negative 4, x equal to 4. So we write as x equal to plus minus 4.
Set
Okay, so let's just try.
x plus or minus to 4.
Yeah, let's just try a couple. Okay, x squared equal to 49, and see what you got. Okay, let's see what you got. X squared equals to 49. Remember how we did the previous problem?
Sorry, where's the question at? I don't see it.
You don't see the,
I still see the x squared equals 16.
huh. Now, do you see x squared equal to 49?
Oh, I see that on top of everything from before.
Okay, can you see it? Let me
Um,
clear it out.
yeah.
Now, can you see it?
Sorry. Whiteboard's bugging out for me. It keeps moving up and down. There we go.
Can you see it?
Yeah, but it's like the old stuff that you erased is still there.
Huh. Okay, let me actually close it and then come back in, okay?
Okay.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes, no, I can. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Got it. Okay. So now we're going to remember we are trying, our goal is to get to this point, be able to solve something like, say, 3x squared plus 5x minus 7 equal to 0. Okay. Now we got to this part. We can say x squared equal to something. We can solve that. For example, like we did early on, x squared equals to 15. Then we know x is plus minus square root of 15. So it's a very good step in the right direction. We'll eventually get to here. Okay, and now we're going to looking at another type of problem. So this is our first type of problem, is x squared equal to a number. And we know that x will be plus minus square root of that, c. And the second type of problem is like this, x squared plus 3x equal to 0. Now, how do we solve that? We are going to still using the same property we did early on for the zero product property. So we're going to break that into this part into two. We can move x out, so it's x plus 3 equal to 0. So this problem is equivalent to this problem. We just move the x out. Now we see there's two parts, this and that. And early on, when we did this problem, we break it into sum as x minus 3 and x plus 3 equal to 0, right? Kind of like that, for example. But still, they've got two parts. So therefore, in order to be true, I mean, the equation to be true, then either x equal to 0, because if x equal to 0, it doesn't matter what happened to x plus 3. And 0 plus 3 is 3, 3 times 0, 0. Or x plus 3 equal to 0, then that means x equal negative 3. So again, we got two solutions. Either x is 0 or x equal negative 3. Okay? Okay. Let's see another kind of problem. Now this kind, we're going to see x squared minus 5x equal to 0. Now we do the same trick. We move x out, then we got x minus 5 equal to 0. Then, of course, either x equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0, and that gives us x equal to 5. Now, the way we write it, we write as x equal to, use this thing, minus 5, comma, 0. Now, this is called set notation, which means that we have, in this set, we got two elements, 0, negative 5. So basically saying our x is either equal to negative 5 or 0. Both are the solution for this equation. We good? Yeah. Okay. Now I'll give you a couple to practice on. Okay. X squared minus 4x equal to 0, and see what you got. What will be the solution for this? Grayson, need help? Okay. See what you got. Well, that's not the case. Uh, so remember this equation here. So what we're trying to solve here is we have this equation, and we're trying to figure out what value of x to make the equation true, okay, to make that equal to 0. We know that x cannot be 1 because 1 minus 4 is negative 3, not 0. So we know that's not the solution. And we can do some guessing, but we can do better than that. So we can move x out. We got x minus 4 equal to 0. So therefore, remember the zero product rule. If we got two numbers, a times b equal to 0, then we have three possibilities. Either a is 0, or b is 0, or a equal to b equal to 0. Okay, those are just three possibilities. So in this case, we only have two possibilities because x and x minus 4, they don't equal to each other. So therefore, we got either x equal to 0, then that's the solution for that, or x minus 4 equal to 0, and that gives us x equal to 4. So you can see that if we plug those in, the original equation, if we plug 0 in, 0 squared minus 4 times 0, and that's 0 minus 0, which is 0. If we plug in x equal to 4, we got 4 squared minus 4 times 4. Well, we got 16 minus 16 is 0. So therefore, this is a solution, this is a solution. And we write as x equal to 0, comma 4. Here, Grayson? Okay, let's try a couple. And we have x squared plus 7x equal to 0. Let's say do this one. Perfect. You got it. X equal to 0 or x equal to negative 7. And we can write as x equal to negative 7 comma 0. Good. Just make things a little bit easier. Okay. Let's try 2x squared plus 5x equal to 0 and see what you got. See how we do this one? We move x out. Then we got 2x here and plus 5 here, right? If we plug it in, we can check 2x squared times 5x. So basically, we changed this to this. This is called factorization. That means we make them into factors. And that equal to 0. Then we use the zero product property, ZPP, and either x equal to 0 or 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Well, this is a linear equation. We can solve that pretty easily. 2x is equal to negative 5, then x is negative 5 over 2. So we got two solutions, x equal to negative 5 over 2 and 0. Good? Okay. Yeah. 3x squared minus 7x equal to 0. Let's see how you do that one. Remember, we're trying to figure out what x is. Good. So we're going to move this out, move x out. We got x, 3x minus 7 equal to 0. Yeah. So we either get x equals 0, that's one solution, or x equal to 7 over 3. So we write as 0, comma, 7 over 3. Now, the key thing is we have actually two solutions to this equation, okay? That's because we are solving, this is called quadratic equations. And we have two solutions to it. Okay, let's try 2x squared plus 10x equal to 0. Okay, let's see how you do that one. Okay, well, let's see how we do this one. If we move x out, we got x. Then what's left is 2x plus 10 equal to 0. Now, are we good on this part? From here to here. So now, according to zero product property, then we have two scenarios. Either x equal to 0 or 2x plus 10 equal to 0. Now, 2x equal to 0 is 2x equal to negative 10. Then x is negative 5. So therefore, our answer is negative 5, comma 0. Yep, we good on this one? Okay, yeah. Let's try 4x squared plus 9x equal to 0. Okay, very good. Good job. Good job. You're getting it. Okay, let's do 3 squares minus 5x equal to 0. Okay, Very good. Yep, that's true. X equal to 0 or 5/3. Wonderful. Good job. Okay, let's try just two more, okay? Very good. Yeah, good job. Okay. Negative 3x squared plus 15x equal to 0. See this one. Well, let's see. You made a mistake there. Well, let's see. We got x out. We have negative 3x plus 15. That equals to 0. Of course, we know that either x equal to 0 or negative 3x plus 15 is equal to 0. That gives us negative 3x equal to minus 15. Then we divide by negative 3 on both sides. Then x is 5. So therefore, we have x is equal to 0, comma, and 5. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget those uh, two things there. We good on this one? Okay. Well, let's try two more, okay? I think you're getting very good at this. But we're going to dealing with some negatives in front of it. Okay, let's see this one. Mhm. Ah, very good. It is. You got that right. Okay. Negative 7x squared minus 10x equal to 0. Let's see how you do this one. Person? Okay. For this one, you see that? Mm. Well, mix. Very good. Yep. So x out, negative 7x minus 10 equal to 0. So we got x equal to 0 or negative 7x minus 10 equal to 0 and negative 7x equal to 10. Then we divide by negative 7 on both sides. So x is indeed negative 10 over 7. So we write as x equal to, yeah, don't forget this, okay? 0, comma, negative 10 over 7, and end of that. Okay. Grayson? Yeah, good job. I'll see you next week, okay? Bye.